and we are live. Edna, hi.
Hi,
How
how are
are
you?
you? I'm good.
I'm
How are
fine.
you? We
I'm
are we
fine.
are
Sunday.
overlapping. How's your Sunday?
Oh, it was a Sunday. It's already over, so it wasn't
Mm.
bad. I actually got to read this Sunday. I woke up and read two books, so I'm happy about that.
Nice. You're a reader. No wonder you
No,
have
I
such
love
a
it.
wealth of information. Where?
Yeah, I really love I love new things. I don't like status quo, so
Mm.
I love reading. Every time you read, you get something new. So it was nice. I really felt happy. I read Becoming by Michelle
Mm.
Obama and just a few chapters. Nowadays you don't really have to. Our CEO says that you don't have to read the entire book. You just need to read a few snippets here and there. Then I read another one about optimum nutrition for children. So I'm happy. It was good. It was a good day. And I
You
spent
have a
time with my
very
children.
you spend time with your children. You have an interesting choice of fun reading. Uh, but we'll just enjoy learning from you. You read, do the studies, and then come and explain to us in easy to understand language. But I'm happy you're doing well. And this is December. I know there is so much happening around us. There's the festivities, and people are
Mm.
not only just spending time with family. I think it's a very reflective year. Most of us are looking back, and today we want to talk about the thing that has given us headaches in from 2020 2021, and that has been finances. Yeah. And today we want to learn about financial wellness. That does finances or money affect our health and well-being? Does it have any implications? So I know it's a very wide topic, but I think we can just do a small introduction, and then now as we continue we can learn more. So please let us know finances. What does finance have to do with wellness?
Okay. Thank you very much. I think this topic is very emotive. It's, it's truly emotive because it's a determinant of a lot of things. In Kiswahili they say pesa ni sabuni ya roho. So in English
Yeah.
that means um, money is the soap for the heart. In other words, it washes your heart. It makes your heart more settled. Um, Finances become something that if you don't manage it well, can make you really stressed. If you don't have enough, it can make you stressed. Sometimes even those who have a lot of money, they're also stressed about the money itself. So you look at it and you actually find that the root cause of stress for money is not the lack of it or the abundance of it. It is the management of the money. And it goes a long way into your wellness, how well you'll be, how happy you'll be, what you're able to buy, what you can afford to buy, what you can't afford to buy, and priorities, what you prioritize first. Do you prioritize something about your health, or what do you do with your money? Which boils down to planning. Financial planning is the biggest thing that you can ever do for financial wellness. And that manage planning and management. And management means avoiding wastage and debt management. That's very, very crucial. Avoiding wastage and debt management, because that can also give you a lot of stress.
You
I
have
can give
said a big word there, debt. Debt management. The other day, we saw on news that Kenyans are in debt. We are all in
yes.
all the loan apps, all the credit applications. We are there. For me personally, if I were to share, I mean, being in debt is such a heavy burden. Like having loans, you're trying to pay loans, you're trying to stay afloat, you're trying to leave the CRB. I'll be honest, I'm in CRB, and just getting out there, it becomes so hard. It's a challenge. Sometimes you want to do things, especially in business, but you're like, I now even my loan status, my credit status, it's not good. And sometimes you just give up. Even before you start any project, you remember all the responsibilities that come with having debt, and you're like, maybe next time, let me give it 2, 3 years, then I'll start. So I like that you say that word, and please carry on. I'm listening and I'm writing notes.
Okay, so of course today I'll not get into much in depth about how to manage it, but I'm glad you've put it and you've actually confirmed. Debt management is one of the things that really make people very stressed. It makes people strain from moving forward. It makes people strain from even relationships. By the way, it strains relationships because sometimes you're in debt, you owe someone, you see their phone call, you don't want to pick up, or you're in so much debt, phone calls come, unknown numbers, and because you're not sure who it is on the other side, you don't pick up. So at times you may find that that unknown number is a job. It could be a good person calling you to just find out, and that way you get to lose quite a lot because of your debt management. Um, and then there's financial planning. So financial planning basically is how much do you spend for each and for what, and where are your priorities, and where are your needs, and where are your wants. And there are things that we don't plan for, but they happen. And maybe, um, the recommendation is plan for them. If we are able to go to how to actually cut down and assign and allocate, say, your income, how much percentage should go into your rent and everything, how much percentage should go into your needs, and how much should go into your savings. Uh, I think the person who came up with that could have had um, a good plan. But then how many of us follow it, and is it possible to follow it? Given that, sometimes you find yourself, you're in places, maybe you're paying more rent than you should because of where you're staying, and you make a calculation and you say, if I go very far, then I'll also pay for transport. There's a lot that goes along with that. But at the end of the day, I believe if we are able to manage, avoid waste, and manage our debts, you'll go a long way into building your relationships, because then you don't have to feel you're owing too much. You'll be able to do the businesses the way you've said, and advance in your career. You'll be able to uh, change careers as much as you want, or towards what you really love doing. Because the honest truth is, some of us are working somewhere because we are in debt, and we are working in jobs that we probably don't like, but we are stuck there because we have debts. Yeah. So again, money and financial management and financial wellness can really make us either have the wellness or not have the wellness. So what can I say from a wellness perspective? Wellness still goes back to being in control and in charge of who you are and your life, and what values you have for your life. So again, it still blends into everything else, including last time I talked about joy, making sure that the things that you're doing are in tandem with your values, then you find joy. The other day, I'm talking about relationships and saying, you need to build on your relationship. Some of it means money, because once in a while, your friend or your dad or your parent or your sibling or your spouse or your classmate or your colleague or your children, will need money from you. So again, it helps to build relationships. Again, even in terms of food, if I say today, let's have broccoli, you must have money to buy the broccoli. But then again, it's for you to look at and say, okay, fine, do I do broccoli or do I do managu or do I do skuma wiki, kales or spinach, something that is a more affordable but gives me the same nutrients. Again, cutting your coat according to your size, very, very important. Not being able to compare yourself with people who don't even care what you're showing them, Sometimes we feel like we need to show something and then people will look at us in a certain way. But then you'll end up realizing they don't even have that in their mind. They're not looking at you. They don't care what you do or you don't do. If you want to do a birthday and that's how much you can do and you're not able to do a flamboyant one, by all means, pick what is most important and priority, which is, have you um, shown and appreciated the person you're doing the birthday for, and are there people who love them surrounding them. Sometimes it just goes to one muffin or one cupcake, and the person feels very good. Um, are you able then to, cut your coat according to your size, living and staying in homes that we can afford, um, buying the food that we can afford that has the same nutrients. We are so lucky, especially in Africa or in Kenya, to be able to have, because we are very rich in agriculture, so we have food. Yeah. It's just now determining what you want, and what is more affordable for you. So again, the issue of financial wellness is so deep, it's so big. Anytime I give a talk on financial wellness, there are always too many questions, unanswered questions. You always leave and people say, I wish you had talked about one, two, three, but time. And it goes to show that how important financial wellness is. So for me, for today, the take homes: debt management, cut your coat according to your size, and financial planning and reducing wastage. Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Eh? In fact, even me, I had a question. I wanted to ask. So, at what point do I say I am financially well? Is it when I don't
Mm.
have debt, or is it when I have avoided wastage? Is there a point, or it's something that someone will know when they get there?
There is a point when you're financially well, when you're able to manage your finances. I'm not saying that we will be, all of us will be debt free at any given time. Some people have made progress because of debt, like they borrow to advance themselves, either having an education, or they are borrowing for an emergency. Someone was needed something in hospital. You can't say, I'm not going to be in debt, because, and yet someone really needs healthcare. You can't say, now I'm not going to be in debt and your children need to go to school. Yeah. You can't say, I am not going to be in debt. And there are times that we have to be in debt, but the key point in that debt is management. Debt management. If you're able to manage your debts well, then you are on your way to financial wellness. You are actually well, because it's not stressing you. You have planned it out. You know how much you're paying back every month. You know how long it's going to take, and when you're going to finish. So the idea is being able to have proper management, and also manage your mindset, that if you've taken a debt at something that is you're going to be in debt for the next 10 years, prepare your mindset for such, that it's going to be 10 years. So it doesn't reach 3 years and you're thinking, my God, what is this? And you start going down, yet you're actually making progress. Progress is better than anything. Pick the calls of those people who you are in debt of, and just explain to them. Everyone is a human being, but at least pick it up, because when you don't pick again, people get agitated. Why are you not doing this? So debt management, and avoiding wastage. So it's called financial planning management. When you're able to have, and financial management would be budgeting. You have good budgeting. You have good avoiding wastage. You have proper debt management. You have savings, um, and you're able to take care of your day-to-day needs. So it is so deep. All those things I've said, again, we can have another 2 hours talking about them. How do you save? What do you put for what? Savings can be short term, mid term, and long term. Where do you put those savings? And how do you determine what is for what? Um, your needs. Most people, by the way, we put aside money for rent. We put aside money for, we know very well that there'll be electricity. How many of us put aside money and say, this is airtime? Social things that end up costing us a lot of money. But because you didn't plan for it, by the end of the month, you're thinking, my God, where did that money go to? It's because we didn't account for it and we didn't allocate and say, there was airtime, I will need lunch. My children over the weekend, probably they have some demands that I want to fulfill for them. So if you find yourself being able to be comfortable with your money, that you're able to manage it well, you may not get everything in the world that you want, but you're managing well, then we say you're having financial wellness. Of course, there are experts. I'm not an expert in even knowing what investment plan is the best for you, what loans are the best ones. I don't have that expertise, but there are people outside there. My part as a wellness doctor is to put all those together and to create awareness to you that your finances matter in terms of your wellness. Your financial management and planning really, really, really does matter, because then it brings everything else together. It either makes you unhealthy, you start getting stressed, high blood pressure, diabetes, and the likes, or you're not eating well, or instead of having skuma wiki today, you end up having uh, you buy broccoli and zucchini and cauliflower and asparagus, and then the money ends, so you don't have money for the next 3 weeks. So mine is to say, okay, fine, this is what you need to be properly managed. Your finances need to be properly managed, so that then you can exude wellness, because everything else depends on on your management of your money.
Thank you. I am enlightened, and I think I need a financial wellness coach. Is there something like that, like someone who can help do a personalized something? Because from what I've heard,
um,
the assumption is that it's just finances, but from what I've heard, it actually affects every aspect of our lives, whether we like it or not. So we might as well just sit down and work on it.
yeah, yeah. There are people outside there. I've not met a financial coach, because at the end of the day, you are your own financial coach.
Okay.
No one can be able to come to your house or to you and tell you you are earning 100,000. Now put 70,000 for this, and then put 5,000 for your children, then put 10,000 for school fees, then put that. No one can be able to do that other than yourself. What is out there is theories of this is what should be. And then you decide and say, I want to do investment. Then you'll get an investment expert. You go to the investment expert, tells you the variety and plethora of investments that are there. And then you choose and say, then I'm going this way. And then you, because of your own financial wellness and your own financial planning, you decide, I want to start saving. Again, you go. to institutions or people who are financial experts, and they tell you this is how you do your saving, and these are the places you either do a fixed deposit or you save in government treasury bills or bonds, or you do your savings in money market. You decide which savings you're going to do, or some rates, buy some investments or real estate. So people, what is out there are the solution. But before the solution, there is the planning, which no one can do for anyone other than yourself.
Wow, that is a powerful statement, and I think that will serve as our checkout point, so that we can go back and look and reflect on ourselves and decide which direction is it that we want to take our finances, and actually
Yeah.
start working towards it. So thank you so
Mm.
much for those powerful nuggets. Oh my, we've gone a whole 20 minutes and we had said it will be a short one. Wow. Thank you. We have learned a lot. And thank you everyone who has been joining us for the 12 days of wellness. And we still have so much to learn. We haven't done creativity, we haven't done home cooking, we are yet to do physical activity. When I started talking to Edna, I actually thought that we are going to start with physical activity. We are yet to get to exercise. So you see, there's a lot to learn. So please stick with us. Keep coming, keep logging in, keep checking on our online platforms. And we are here to share all the information we have. Edna has been very gracious as the wellness doctor in Kenya, and she's willing to share all this with us. So please don't miss out, and please tell a friend to tell a friend. Edna, any parting shots for us as we leave?
Um, my parting shot is as usual. Live life well. You're alive. Make it count. Uh, make it count. Make it count by living it well, and look at every sphere of your life. Every sphere of your life is important into your well-being. So do not ignore it. Do not assume it, and keep building. Once you have a good foundation, then now you can go into exercising and eating well. But store a good foundation.
Fantastic. That is all for today. Let's see you next time. Bye bye.